Hey, what's up guys? Symbolic here. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showcasing you how to counter all the attacks I showed you guys, or all the bro tips that I showed you guys in the last video, how to counter them if you're the attacker and you're on the attacking end, how to attack them, and how to still get that victory royale, and you win a go fight either way. With pro tip number one. Pro tip number one is the same thing. We're going to counter it. So my pro tip number one in the video was to do this, place like a 1x1 and put a pyramid over yourself to showcase you some healing. Now what you need to do is the counter for this. I'm gonna show you two counter things because last time I messed up and it only showed you one. So on number 4, and I'm gonna show you how to make them stop healing and try to make them kill, like how to kill them. So number 1, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and see that he's healing in there, but there's nobody in there. Just pretend. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to break both of these halfway. This is like the first one to kill them. You're gonna want to swing at that and quickly go over here. And you can either do two things. Since you do that, you can either go place one real quick and edit in there, or you can just walk in there and hope that he didn't has the reaction time to just put one down real quick. But that can interrupt their healing too, because they're gonna have to place on a wall or risk their death. So if you do this exact thing and come in like you're like swinging at that one, but you don't, and you swing at this one, then you're gonna be on top of them and they're gonna be forced to stop healing. Unless they do keep healing, you can just try and break them and they're gonna have to stop healing. But if they don't have the reaction time and you do a glitch, quick glitch, I'll show you what it is. It's called the phase glitch. You stand right here, and while he breaks it and he tries to build it real quick, you can walk straight through it, get in there, shoot him, and he's dead. Pretty easy counter, pretty easy counter. The other one I'm going to show you is how to make him stop healing. He already stopped healing in that one, but you're going to want to do the same thing. And you're going to want to build right there, and you're just going to shoot every now and then. And then you're not really gonna want to try and kill him if you're gonna want to do this method, but you're gonna just keep shooting it kind of, and you're gonna want to break all the walls that aren't yours and try and place them as yours. And you're gonna want to hold building edits out, and if he's drinking, then you want to just keep shooting at him, break it once and see if he'll place it back. And if he places it back, that's good. And what this is gonna do is if you have all the buildings around and you have your thing out, you have your building paper out, they're gonna think you're about to place a trap or something. Now I know you're probably asking, there's no trap in season 3. I know that, but not a lot of people know that. They just might think that they just bring it back. So it might work 50% of the time where you have it out and they're gonna panic and they're gonna probably edit this and you can just break it and try and kill them because it's yours. Or they're gonna try and do something else if they're higher in the air, than maybe editing this floor, which is another pro tip that I'm gonna show you later. Okay, pro tip number 2, we're gonna cut to the chase because last time my video was 10 minutes and I'm not trying to do no cuts, so I'm not gonna do no cuts. We're just gonna get straight to it. I might do 1 or 2 here and there, but nah, I'm trying to keep it less than 10 minutes because it's kind of long and nobody's really gonna watch that. Oh well, let's go. Pro tip number 2 was in the sky, so let me quickly go up here to the sky where I showcase you. Basically, a short summary if you have not watched my video, which I really think you should. All I did was you would go and build a sky base, or you're just in the sky kind of building, maybe in the storm or something. And you put pyramids right here so they can't shoot you down. And it's kind of a really good life hack because, or a Fortnite hack, because if they break the floor, they're gonna start shooting the cone, and that gives you time to replace the floor, and it buys you time to reset the cone, which is a really helpful life hack. But today I'm gonna be showing you how to prevent that, and you're gonna use one gun. You're gonna use one of the 5 guns, because if you don't have one of the 5 guns, it's not gonna be possible really, unless you're gonna want to use all your bullets. Tier 1, let's just go ahead and get the scar out of my inventory because that's not one of them. Okay, you're gonna use the bolt action sniper. You're gonna use the hunting rifle, or if I can find a hunting rifle. Oh, I forgot the hunting rifle's not in creative and it's only in chests. Okay, but it is the same thing. You understand it, just a little bit more damage. we're gonna go and grab a Ocean's Burst. You can use Ocean's Burst. You can use the Ocean's Burst, but I don't got Ocean's Burst. I'm just gonna use this one for example. You can use the a compact, because the compact really shoots fast, and you're gonna also want to use either the normal SMG or the other SMG. But if you already have the SMG, then it's not gonna worry. You could also use the drum gun if you have it, because kit stuff won't be effective. But you can use the drum gun too if you have it, because that shoots fast. But you're gonna want any fast shooting gun that has a lot of fire rate, but like a lot of speed at the same time. I say snipers because like if you have two of them at the same time, look how much damage that does. Look how much damage. I'm guessing the legendary would probably destroy it, but if the heavy sniper was still in here, it might be added. I don't know. I'll update the video if it is, because that's one of the guns that you're supposed to use. But these snipers do really decent damage. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna use the sniper, then you're gonna use this combo. You're gonna go with the heavy or the bolt, but you're gonna have it right beside your SMG, because if you have it right beside your SMG, then that's gonna be really quick to shoot. So I'm gonna do this one. You're gonna go shoot, spray, and they're not gonna have time. But if you're on like the ground, then you're gonna want to just keep doing this. And if they place it back, then you're gonna want to build up to him and try and kill him. But another thing is the shockwave grenade launcher. I mean, it's probably gonna be the best way to deal with this, because it's kind of hard not to deal with it without a gun like this. But that's the shockwave grenade launcher. You're gonna want to go. I mean, it's gonna blast you like way more higher, but it's gonna like bounce you all the way up here. You just go up here unless they build something, then you're gonna fall down. But I don't think they'll build something. But most of the time, if you do that method, you'll break it right away. And this counter was supposed to just show you how to break it all the way and not be able to break it. Because I know you'll break the floor and then you'll try and break the cone, and it will like not work because he'll just replace the floors that fast. But if he's shooting you and you're boxed up, then you're gonna like want to shoot behind him. And here's what I mean about that. Because these weapons are only used for like if you're shooting right at him to try and make him fall. But if you're gonna want to try and knock him down, you're gonna want to shoot away so he can't hear it, and try and shoot him down like that. It's a pretty easy method once you learn it, but like it's not gonna be really useful right at the start. So, all right, pro tip number 3, it's going to be one of the easier ones, because I already literally showed you in the last video basically what it was. But you're gonna go in here and I don't have face on. Hold up. You're gonna go in here and he's gonna try and build like a wall. They're gonna like build like a little. It's not even probably gonna be this big. It's probably gonna be like just like maybe just one by one, and they're just gonna build like a little. Sorry, Ted. They're gonna build like a little box right there. I can't build it. Okay. Little box, and they're going to like try and get you to like. They're gonna try and break it and get edits. But like I said, you're probably gonna have a hard time doing it, since like if the people watch this video, whoever the people watch this video, and they use it on the people who try and do this, because this is a pretty common thing. Nobody really knows how to counter this but me and like a couple other people. It's really easy to, because like I said in the last video, you break it if you're defending and you edit it real quick while they have their stuff out. I used it on my friend and it worked every time. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna try and be real quick, and if he tries to edit, you're gonna follow this method. So in my last video, I told you exactly how to do that, and you're gonna need to practice that if you're gonna want to get good at it. But if you don't want to get good at it, then that's fine. You don't gotta use this method. It's just a really good method how to do it. But you're gonna want to break that. Try and place it. But if you can't place it, you're gonna want to build a ramp. And you most likely you're gonna have edits on this, so you're gonna want to go and edit that. Drop down here. Get edit to this, and try and kill him. Because most likely if you do that, he's just going to try and come in and try and kill you. And he's not going to really react to like coming back in here and like moving. So most likely what he's going to do is he's going to like follow my lead. He's going to go and try and edit and he's going to try and edit and try and get you. But if you build a ramp, he's going to like, you got to edit real quick though. But if you build a ramp, he's going to try and like get up to you, but he can't, so he's gonna try and break that, and that buys you time to go and edit right here and kill him. And other people most likely are really fast, so they're just gonna like break this real quick so they can't get trapped. But yeah, it's another way. And finally, without holding your time, I think this is like an 8-minute video, I don't know, but I will edit over it to how much time it is. Anyway, this is number 4, last one, last tip. So my last tip, I told you how to prevent people from like shooting you from behind or like from the side, sorry, by doing this. Most people will not want to like put a floor there, so there's 2 things I'm gonna show you, one with the floor and one without the floor, because me, I personally don't like the floor, but I use it sometimes because it's more support for your little ramp, wall, and stair. Ramp, wall, and a floor kind of combo you're going with. But that's might not be the case because sometimes people like to do this, just build wall, build wall, build wall, and sometimes you won't always have the floor for support because some people like to do it like that because it's faster. But I'm gonna show you the counter. What you're gonna do is say somebody's on the left and they're gonna build no floor. They're gonna want to do this. I did not mean to do that. You just want to do this. So that's what he's gonna do. He's probably just gonna build like if you follow my video. You're gonna want to go over here because that's probably where you're gonna do. You're just gonna make a little base. I'm just gonna go up here because I'm not trying to waste time. You'll go here. You're trying to like shoot him with maybe like I don't want to say like a AR or something, blue AR or birds. I don't know. You're just trying to shoot him, but he's using like metal or wood or brick, so like you really can't get it. If he's using wood, that's a different story. But if he's using like brick and like metal, then it's gonna be hard to shoot that down. But another way to counter it is to do this instead of just shooting directly at it. You're gonna want to go and be very, very quick, because if you just like do like this method and it don't work, then that's kind of the fact that you didn't either do it quick or it just messed up. So he's gonna be doing that the whole time. So usually the first thing he does is place a ramp. Am I correct? Yes, I am. So he's not gonna place a wall until after he's done. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place a ramp, and that's gonna give you a split second to do that. So once he builds a ramp, like this, he builds a ramp, and he builds this wall before he even builds that wall or that wall. That's gonna give you time to do at least 30 damage with an AR or something. Because once he builds up, you just gotta hit him a couple times. But if you don't hit him a couple times, at least hit him once. Because if you don't hit him once, then this counter's not gonna work for you. It's probably gonna be most likely the same thing for the floor. But the fact that if he has a floor, then he's gonna build the floor. He's gonna build. But I'm saying, usually if you're going to like build the wall, stairs, and no floor, watch out for the people that are smart and they're just gonna like shoot you while you're like not covered while you're building, because usually you only do this if you're building up to somebody high or you're just like wanting to get high ground, period. But for the people with the floors, because that's a nice counter, for the people with the floors, they're gonna probably, I'll show you how I do floor, wall, stair. No, sorry, I do floor, stair, wall. Floor, stair, wall. And that's how I do it. But for like countering, I usually don't use that. Like I usually don't do that because it's kind of like hard to like do that. But some people like to do it. It's kind of hard to, but you just gotta like click a lot of buttons for it to work. But most likely it's gonna be really, really hard to recover if you were gonna do this. So it's really an easy counter. So it's the same exact thing I showed you with the normal one. But if you build up with the floor, you're gonna like, if me in my case, you're gonna want to build a floor first, build a ramp, and then build the wall, and then build the other wall. But I do it like that, and it takes forever unless you're just quick. but most people aren't quick. Most people are like, so yeah. But the counter for this one is, if you're doing that, it's gonna take massively long, and I'm gonna show you either what they're gonna do. They're gonna do how I showed you, I do it. They're gonna do, or they're gonna do, that's pretty much it, because I can't do anything else. So they're gonna do, or they're gonna do, they might even use a triangle, but that takes longer, so that's really good on your part. So it's the same exact thing, follow the same exact steps for the one with the wall instead of not the floor, because it's the same exact thing, but it just takes longer for the people with the floors to like recover from them. And equally, it's going to be really effective on your part if you're just gonna get all that damage done and you really good at aiming. Anyway, that was some pro tips for countering. Make sure you do leave a like and subscribe if this video is helpful. I'm sorry if this video is low quality or I talk too fast, because if I read all the comments. I will heart your comment, like it if you comment down below something, like anything. Just comment down below something if you made it this far, and I will like your comment, heart it, and I will reply to you saying thank you or something else depending on what you're saying. So like if you're like saying I need help with number 4, then I will tell you what you need to do. Like if you tell me what you're doing wrong, I'll tell you what you need to do. If you say like thank you or something, I'll just heart your comment and say thank you. If you're like saying I like one of like the comments like I told you like in the first video, I like one of the steps, tell me that and I'll like the comment and say the same thing, thank you.